career.
Is that Jackson I'm
Yes.
hearing?
Jackson, I will lock you in the school.
Actually, let him come so that the people can see him.
Oh no, Jackson.
No, call him if it's him.
What's good, guys? How you doing? I've been put up to this to give you guys the final introduction to the final episode, where I get to tell you what I'm doing now, what I look for the future. Over to you, Meg.
Oh, being a guest is amazing. So continue with this thing, eh? I just like listening and answering. This is nice.
If that's the case, then let me ask you a question. How
Uh-huh.
about you tell the people what you're passionate about?
Ooh, do we have time? uh, okay, I'm passionate about a lot of things. People who know me know I have a lot of hobbies. I'm literally a jack of all trades and clearly a master of none. But I think one thing
That
that
is always better than a master of one.
oh yes, definitely. I can just like I was relating a lot with you when you were talking about how you were into so much stuff in high school and whatnot. So I'm like, that's me, and it makes me bond with more people because they think we are on the same level, but I just know basic stuff, but it's good enough. So I think one thing I'm really passionate about, and I've mentioned this before, is educating people. Yeah.
You want to teach?
Yes, so I do. Well, I used to work with children, kids specifically, people under the age of 5 years. I've also worked with teens, young adults. I mentor some people. Even what my efforts on social media is me trying to educate with in this new world. Yeah.
That's great. Wow. And specifically into the creative side, or
Life. The good thing is that my opinions are from here to Timbuktu, so I will say everything about everything, but specifically just having that opportunity to touch and change a life.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
yes. That
Beautiful.
that one moves my heart.
That's great.
100%. Amazing. Let me get out of my seat, Bana. Let me let me go back to work. Otherwise, my employers are watching. So at this part of I know it's nice being a guest, man. I felt my heart sank when I started asking questions again. Next time, you guys, it will be me on that seat.
Wonderful. Now I'll sit there.
Okay, so at this part of the interview, we want to now understand your life beyond ADMI. People might be wondering why we've not talked about graduation and things like that, but if you're wondering that, we already did. Send out.
Did we?
Not in this interview.
Oh, yes, in
Yeah.
a previous interview. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's a lot more ADMI stories, but you have to watch that or come find me. Come find me. I'll come tell you.
Exactly. So now we want to understand your life beyond ADMI. What have you been able to do? You remember you prophesied. Sorry for using such strong terms. And you say the storm is coming. Did the storm come?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the storm has been brewed. It's just not coming yet. Almost there. Almost there. I think. As we wrap up ADMI, being locked in the school by Jaxo and consistently, I know he enjoyed it. My fellow mentors, my lecturers, my friends, my classmates. I mean, all of that just encompasses everything. And I'm like, had I not experienced all that through ADMI, every single beat has made me the person I am today, based off of now my career. Now getting into, of course, internship. Now when the school does offer this wonderful internship, I joined a place called Genesis Design Factory. I'm currently there doing directing, editing, cinematography, and production assistance. So yeah, so that's where I've been doing a lot more of my documentary shooting, different skits or highlight videos or formal videos, such into the creative space. So I've my boss or my boss and my mentor, Mike Muti, he's been able to kind of help structure me in the corporate side, make me understand what it's like being in that side of space. My production manager as well, Robin, those guys, like, I know most of the time, especially when doing this work, when I started with them, those guys really did make it applicable because they don't hide. They tell you what it's worth. It's really tough out here. So life after ADMI has been rough, not because for the lack of trying. It's just, it is just tough. So from time to time, I was able to find my bearings, understand why things work a certain way. It's about the client and what they need and what they want or what they're looking for, understanding the client, being able to relay that information or communicate the way that they are looking at. So ground basing was now back to kind of boot camp. But in this case, it's like, this is how the real world works. And being able to be applicable, of course, from everything that I've been able to do with ADMI, getting into now the corporate side of things has been tricky because, of course, this is agency work. It's just, the downside of it is that I'm now less being able to do my personal craft work. In this case now, with all the short films and writing of scripts and stuff that I want to do, and I'm sure most of my fellow alumni can say the same thing, like being able to find enough time to actually work on the stuff. And by God's speed, I mean, some of us have really tried to. It's just sometimes it's tricky. It's really tricky to be able to do that and still be able to put money, food on the table, and hold and then hold yourself through and through. So yeah, it's a tricky balance, which there is no balance. There's no balance in this side of the world. But I don't think it's a bad thing. It's just that I see it as the challenge thing that I was talking about. It's just, it's now knowing when it's too much and not forgetting why you started this whole thing in the first place. Because the bootcamp enough is to you to sit there and learn, or even just see how far you can go, even if it's down to the ground. Like, push yourself to that limit. I'm like, okay. So now, when God willing, when you're officially leave, now you're the kind of person where you can say, yeah, this is what I can do. I can bring this to the table. This is what I can do, and this is what I see fit. So it's a very tricky transition when you're coming off of school into the profession career.
Is that
right?
Jackson I'm
Yes.
hearing?
Jackson, I will lock you in the school.
Actually, let him come so that the people can see him.
Oh no, Jackson.
No, call him if it's him.
Na impromptu.
Let me make this very clear. You see this face? Very happy, very humble, very nice. He's not like this when I started. So he's a very nice fellow, but don't crossing, not crossing, don't crossing. You'll be locked in the school. Not once, not twice. How many times?
Hey, yours is countless.
So what was the reason for the beef?
Sorry? I just was a beef. He was just a hard-working student. And sometimes when you are not, when it's home time, and you're trying to lock up the offices, and you've gone through, patrol all the rooms, you find there's no one. Kumbe, he's moved to another room that you've already checked. So while you're going, you're thinking that, everything is clear. Kumbe is in some ways another room. So once you've locked and left, then you being called that you've locked someone. Then you find it's him. And you remember you told him I'm locking, just let's go.
Yeah. Okay, no worries.
Yes.
Did you know you were being locked in?
The first few times, no. The last one I was like, come on, it's kamakawa. It's okay. Tudazoea. It's just worse when, like, the alarm thing.
Yes, and no, because once we move,
Yeah.
when we're leaving, and it's we have more sensors, and you make a move, then the alarms goes off, and then the security guys are here. They call me now because I'm the contact person. So like you've locked someone inside, and I'm like, I checked and I requested everybody to go home. Who is now this person?
So you come down the stairs and they open the door. You're like,
Mm.
so I mean,
But it was a good experience.
any regrets or any?
No, it was a nice experience.
Great.
It was a nice experience because someone who is willing, someone who's pushing themselves, they're hard workers. So sometimes you understand them, you understand them because people who are passionate with what they're doing.
Name just name a few.
There's another one called Derek as well.
Good.
Also,
Bet Derek.
Bet Derek, and then there's this. We used to have like three notorious, but I've forgotten their name long time ago.
About Miller.
Mila not yet.
Okay, so.
Thank you, Jaxo. We just wanted you to come because yourself.
Ah, thank you.
Has been.
No, Jaxo. Thanks, Jackson.
I didn't think you'd agree, actually. Thank you. Ata, what were we saying before this happened?
Transition, I think.
Transition.
From
Yes. You were talking about work life.
yeah.
So I don't even know if I'm cutting you. Do you remember where you are? Because there was a question that I had.
Man, no, it's gone.
It's okay.
So it's all gone.
It's okay. Sorry, guys. But you're welcome. You finally put a face to the name. So my question is, in ADMI, there's Career Launchpad.
Yes.
So in what ways have you been able to survive in the corporate side of things, considering the skills you studied here? It's the skills you gained.
If I'm being honest, Career Launchpad, a lot of the students, even the people I was with, they didn't really see the purpose for it. I mean, like, and I mean, bless
Shiko.
Shikomunuku. She really had the best intentions, and if anything, everything she said, everything it came true, and I'm glad at least part of that stubborn side of trying to find out from her. I mean, let alone just for her giving me the career life skills, she gave me actual life skills that when I was sitting with her, and I'm telling her the things I'm kind of struggling with, and especially being a creative, were to do with, I mean, my imposter syndrome, is this enough? Why the overworking, watching my health and whatnot. Like, she grounded me as well enough to see there are things that I should prioritize and be also of upskill and standard. In the same way I was telling you about Strathmore, she maintained that for me, the internal discipline, the being able to represent yourself in a particular way out there, because not just because you're creative, you have something you're telling and showing. So, I mean, I'm absolutely grateful for Career Launchpad. Personally and honestly, yeah, that is the thing I think that also helped me land particular jobs, clients, how to talk to them, how to relate to them, how to even put myself out there, my CV, how I dress, how I talk. Yeah, I'm absolutely grateful for it.
Great. So now we have learned that you're not necessarily doing the side of your what you studied that you completely love. Of course, you're using the skills that you studied and that you're able to put food on the table. So what comes next? What's your hope for the future?
That's a tough one. I mean, just sort of to recap. So for me, what I've been able to achieve in this graceful period of time after ADMI, everything has come with its own fine tuning and learning, and I can guarantee you, there's a lot the school has done for me. But I have to be honest. I promise you, that was only 30%. Everything else came from me. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it because I know what I went through, the difficulties of even trying to put myself out there. Because you can't only use you can only use the school so far, because again, it's only what they can offer.
Yeah.
And me being able to relay with my fellow students and stuff. I mean, yeah, again, it's unfortunate. I mean, I don't like lower this school's standards, but truthfully, 20% score. Everything else had to be me, because it wasn't just being able to kind of, oh, come, we do this show and tell, and that's it. No, because even out there now, it kind of resembles. It is tough out there, and in order for you to hold a position out there, you have to hold your own and show why this person has been chosen or been asked to do this particular work. So me being able to meet my fellow classmates, relay those same conversations, especially in my class, holding strong relationships with Kinabet, Alex, Mwangi, Jevin, Ulwa, my mentors, Wilfred Kiyomi, Omolo, my fellow lecturers. So yeah, those are the things that has helped, and that's what I have taken from the school, and being able to use the spaces to kind of let my mind go creatively free. But then now when you come into the industry, at least for me, I realized there's only so much you can do, and also imply your own creativity, but it's only to the standard that where, of course, the agency work or money and stuff are coming from, because these are the kind of things that they're looking for. And you kind of find that sort of balance where there are things that are important to certain organizations, and what are things are important to you. So I, even now, to if I'm being honest, in that space, I found it difficult trying to be trying to detach from a project that I worked on, because again, it's not for me, it's for the client. And like, of course, I've thrown in my ideas and I've thrown in my creative aspects and design. It's just, you have to be very open enough to dissociate from that kind of work, and let them be that work, and then find your own avenue to do your personal work. And I think what I do now, honestly, hope for the future, is that I'm able to do that for me, because I'm very passionate about film work and being in film and storytelling. But I have found a lot of advantages meeting this kind of corporate agencies, learning from them, documentary storytelling, telling people stories from their perspective, be it farmers, be it people who have experienced tough situations by drinking, or even hopeful messages from what they've been able to achieve. The same way I'm trying to relate the same thing. It's just, I'm grateful for it. I think I've learned quite a lot from it, and I just feel like internship or being able to be there for this short period of time at my organization is just now another stepping stone. It's not to find out what's next, where this time it's about what I can do and what I can bring to the table. Because now I've found all my sort of gemstones. For guys who know that, don't know what I'm talking about. If you know, you know. I found my sort of gemstones that can kind of let me put my gauntlet up enough to know I've got my ADMI things, I've got my mentors, I've got this learning work experience. Now it's to set the tone where I'm able to now push even further, where if God willing, not here, maybe abroad, but I mean, the power is within the beholder. If you're able to be creative enough, of course, stop hiding, come out, tell your story, tell people stories. I mean, I need, there should be unreasonable doubt that you are great, because you are great. So, yeah.
Wow. And I mean that wow, Jeff. Jeff keeps saying it, that I say wow and I don't mean it. I mean it. Wow. So lastly, Richie, speak to yourself 5 years ago.
That's painful. Speak to my, oh God. All right. That's the question you were looking for. Well done. You're doing great. Let me pose it a bit differently. I think I would rather tell my 5-year-old self.
Okay.
And I mentioned this the last interview. I said I was the kind of individual where I would use the world to my oyster. See a lot of things, when I tried everything else thing. So that kid, that 5-year-old kid, to me, I got to a point where I was the kind of individual where I would not really care about myself. I'm very open about caring about individuals, not even myself. I really put people out there. Cost for me, of course, different things with my imposter syndrome, or being able to think, am I doing enough? Am I doing this? I'm doing that. So for me, that 5-year-old kid, the only way I'd see myself, caring for him was that I know he wanted the world. He wanted every single thing he could possibly grasp. I know it's tricky. It's very difficult to do that, but by God, I will get him there. I don't know how, but I will get him there somehow. That at least, even if it's not everything, but I'll get him there. So that for me has been the motivation. Now, if 5-year-old me or 5 years before me, I'm like, yeah, you're doing well, but it's tough. It's rough out here. No, don't gonna lie, but you're doing well by keeping at it. It's just you keep reminding each other, even with your own friends and people that you work with, even fellow career mates. I mean, even with my mentors, that's what I was saying. Like for me, it's the Omolo is a quote: "Tis the life you chose," or you know, it's either this or nothing else. You know, if there's a storm coming, they're not ready for us, kind of thing. And that's what at least I really with it. And those guys know, all those guys I speak to, it's because if you don't hold that to yourself or call yourself accountable for those things, you will not make it. But you will if you keep at it. It's tough out here, but you have to keep remembering why you chose this in the first place. Keep remembering. That's what I would tell them. I would tell my 5-year-old self or 5 years ago myself. I'm like, keep remembering why you chose this. And we're on our way.
Wow. Mic drop. Taste the life you chose. Hey, that will keep me up at night, I know.
Trust me, it's a real thing. It's no, for real. Like I spoke to anyone else, even ask Papa. It's crazy, that quote. Jesus is my life, man. Damn you, Molo.
Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the unfortunate but extremely edifying end of this interview. Thank you once again, Ritchy. You have availed yourself twice.
Yeah.
And you know, guys, you know me. Okay, you don't, but now know me. Voice coming. This has been extremely, extremely impactful. I have completely enjoyed this interview, and I know the people in the room agree with me. As you can see, Aizo is Uko meditating, Jeff is Uko writing notes. So we are cruising well, guys. Other than that, it is I wanted to say job, but really no, it's not. But I would like to remind you to consume other options that we have graciously given to you. If you're a parent and you're watching this, there's a show just for you. It is called Raising Creatives. If you are an alumni, well, as you can see, that's what we just concluded. If you're a student, we have master classes. If you're just curious about any of the courses that we give, we have started giving master classes for our online audience. So kindly, thank you to all the 4 of you we have since the beginning of this interview increased for constantly interacting with our content. And yeah, I think that's it, guys. This is where your passion becomes a profession, where creativity finds direction. This is ADMI. We out.